Hey y'all, back from COVID, and today I want to talk about if I could only keep one of my firearms for self-defense for the rest of my life, what would it be? Let's get into it. Now, before I get into it, I want to say if you like this content, subs, likes, comments, all that, I really appreciate it. Helps me out. Thank you. Also down below, coupon codes for anybody interested. This video was inspired by GunSam Revolver Aficionado. Cool channel. Recommend checking him out. He did a video basically like this, saying, if you can only keep one gun for self-defense, what would it be? So I figured, hey, why not? Neat concept, good idea. Why not do one of my own? I'm actually going to have two guns on the list. I'm going to have a honorable mention that I would like to keep, but may not be necessarily perfect for every single situation, and I'm having the gun that I would keep. So, starting out with the honorable mention. So this is the gun that I would like to keep, that I think would be, it's one of my favorite guns, and it's something I really shoot well, but it has a few problems. So, the honorable mention would be my Colt Delta Elite 10mm. The reason why this is on the list as my honorable mention is because I really am a fan of 10mm. This is an excellent round. This thing fires 200 grain round bullets doing 200 feet or 1200 feet per second. So it's a very powerful cartridge. I shoot the Delta Elite very well. I'm a big fan of 1911s. I shoot that gun very accurately. It's a good, reliable gun. I've done a few things to it to make it even more reliable. Good sights. Overall, just a good all-round gun. Downsides of it are it's big, it's heavy, it's a full-size 1911. It can be tough to conceal it in the spring and summer when it's super hot. Not impossible. Hawaiian shirts are a big help. But definitely more difficult than the gun that I'm actually going to pick. A good solid gun, just, a bit big for certain situations. So the gun that I would actually pick, the gun that if I could only keep one of my firearms, and I have to pick one for concealed carry, what it would be, and this might surprise some people, would be my Smith & Wesson 638. Now, the reason I picked this, there's several reasons I picked this. One, 38 Special Plus P, while it is not the most powerful cartridge in the world, with the right loading, and I carry the Buffalo Bore semi-wad cutter soft lead hollow point, which has tested very well when people have tested this in a snub nose. With the right round, it's a very effective cartridge. It's fairly easy to manage once you get used to shooting it. Now, of course, 38 snubbies are kind of an expert's gun, short sight radius, all that, heavy long trigger. But, with practice and with the right round, this gun is very capable of handling most, if not all, self-defense situations. Obviously, there's some that are going to be a little bit crazier than a 5-shot snubby, but the odds of that happening are very, very low. We can all dream about the zombie apocalypse, but at the end of the day, you know what? Chances are you're much more likely to, one, never need a gun at all, and two, if you need the gun, the mere presentation of this little gun would be enough to scare off the bad guy. And if that isn't, most self-defense situations end in under 5 shots. And when I say most, it's like 90-something%, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but the statistics I've always heard is, basically 5 shots or under, you're pretty much good. So, more than capable with the amount of firepower you have in that gun, and it's very easy to conceal this gun, and that's why this beats out my Delta Elite. At the end of the day, I have many guns that are higher capacity, can carry, a more powerful round, a more potent round, but at the end of the day, this is something I can conceal on my ankle, in my pocket, in my waistband, in a shoulder rig if I need something like that. There's a bunch of different ways I can conceal this little gun, and at the end of the day, that's what's going to make it my most practical. Is something that, regardless of the weather or the situation, chances are I can probably find a way to carry this with me and keep myself safe. 38 Special is not terribly expensive. It's getting a little more expensive, as 9mm becomes more and more, mainstream, and, well, it's already mainstream, but basically, everybody is a 9mm fan and people step away from revolvers. But you can still pretty much find it, even out here I'm able to find 38 Special without much of a problem. So you can find the ammunition for it. It's, very concealable. There is a couple different versions, J-frames. I like the 638 for the concealed hammer, But, you know, if you're looking for a J-frame, there's, you know, a couple different versions you can have, right? I like the grips on this. You know, these are VZ grips that I custom dyed, and I like them because they are cut for speed loaders right here. So, you know, if I can carry speed loaders with this and not have to worry about, you know, them not going in right. So at the end of the day, the Smith & Wesson 638 would be the gun that I would keep if I had to sell everything else for self-defense. But put down below, what would be the one gun in your collection you would keep for self-defense if you could only have one? But put down below what you think, and have a good night.